Hello everybody, welcome back to a World of Warship Blitz video in the Litterable. This is actually on the press account. However, I have acquired Litterable for my main account and I'm busy trying to work out what makes it tick. So I'm going through a bit of a process, to be fair. The initial approach I took with Litterable was built it for speed. So basically I took it out with basically the turret rotation and nothing else. And to be fair, that's probably the best I've done in it. After that I built it for speed, and yeah, it's great for capturing capture points, but it can be awfully lonely out there and you are often the first ship detected. So just be aware that, and the other thing that surprised me a little bit is that it feels to me like the maps are a little bit small when you build for speed. So there you go, one capture point. Oops, being captured back, but anyway, we've got cruisers back there to deal with that. Heading in for the second capture point here. So it is a great little capper, but yeah, with pure speed, the turning circle's so wide that in maps like Encounter, there's just not enough space for the ship to play in. So I've taken off the speed module and I have added in a traverse, a turret turning module. Now here you can see where I've finished firing my rapid reload. You can see what the Litterable does really well is that extreme range. So you need to be firing at things basically pretty close to the edge of your range. It's got great dispersion, so you will hit. And then once you get them lined up properly, make sure against battleships you've got HE and you just hit your rapid reload. So this particular ship, I'm not sure what its loadout is, but in my main account I've got acceleration. Now this thing does accelerate and decelerate extremely well, and basically chucking it in reverse basically brings you to a full stop very quickly, which means that when you're facing off against destroyers, you give them a chance to launch their torpedoes and basically they drop on by. The other thing that I've found with Litterable is that it's very good at dealing with the Atlanta as long as you've got a bit of range, because basically with rapid reload and the AP you can do a lot of damage to the Atlanta, and the Atlanta's shells take so long to get there that yeah, well basically it's let me just put it this way, there's I've had Atlantas basically head off into the distance after trying to deal with Litterable, Le Terrible, this is potentially known. Anyway, we've got an empty cap circle behind us, and I think we chip hop a heel. The other thing about Litterable is that the torpedoes reload extremely quickly, so and they have extremely long range, so basically just pop them off. It's been amazing the number of times. And it's the usual rules apply. With battleships you aim down the cone, and with other ships, and particularly now with cruisers, I aim for area denial, and here we go, rapid reload every 3 seconds, out it goes, he's gone. Yeah, so just use those torpedoes. That's something that you know, you have to remember, they reload very quickly for tier 8 torpedoes, and yeah, they take a long time to get to the destination, and by the time they get there often the enemy is unaware that there are torpedoes in the water until it's too late. So they are quite a good little tool, and what you've seen there is one of the problems, one of the reasons that I dropped the speed module for traverse steering, is that this thing just hits islands like nobody's business. And partly that's because the natural way of dealing with destroyers is to fight at range, run a parallel track, kiting away from them slightly, because what they'll do is they'll get a bead and they'll try and hold the gunfire. You kite away and then you basically hit the rapid reload. That works pretty well, unless of course you hit an island and then, well, all bets are off. Here we go, fire the torpedoes, we're going to slow down. Oh, our rapid reload is gone, so we're just basically just going to load this guy up with HE, get some damage on the board. He's busy, and that's the way this destroyer works. Obviously he's not very happy with that, so we accelerate, try and outturn his main guns. The secondaries are firing at us, but well, they'll hurt, but not as much as his main guns would, especially if they've got HE loaded. So you know, as you can imagine, it's fairly good at capturing caps. We've already caught 3 caps during the course of this game. And here we are, we're going to try and get some torpedoes off. Oh, 400 health, that's not good. Yeah, in the final moments, the thing can outturn its guns. So just that's something to very much be aware of. If you do take this, you get the you know, even without any modules, without any turning modules on it, the thing will quite happily outturn its turret traverse, even with the mod that provides extra 20% to turret traverse. So every now and again you do need to straighten up to let the guns get back on target. So it's not a brawler at all, it is very much a long-range sniping ship, and it's almost like the cross between a cruiser and a destroyer in some respects, and I think that's part of the process I'm going through. I can't get it quite up the front like a destroyer. It's not like a Sims or a Low Yang. It has really terrible detection, and it's quite large and easy to hit, and it's not at all agile. So it's not a little scrappy destroyer like those guys. It's more of a mini cruiser. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching it. And we'll catch you next time.